Welcome to another episode of Math Made Simple. I'm Miss Munah and I'm a math specialist here at the Pi Lab. In this video, I'll be analysing some common examination questions. I've put the question in a handout and you may download a copy for free by clicking on the description box below. So let's get started. In this video, I'm going to show you how to expand linear algebraic expressions. So I've given everyone a question. There are actually 4 parts to it, A, B, C and D. Okay, don't worry, I will bring you through each part step by step. So let's take a look at part A. Now, first of all, copy down the question. We have 2 times of negative 4x plus 3. If anyone here has forgotten, the brackets here means I'm supposed to multiply 2 to everything inside the brackets. So to the negative 4x and the plus 3. Now, some of you may recall learning this in school. It's called the distributive law. Or some of you, your teachers may have referred to it as the rainbow method because it looks like a rainbow, right, when you point arrows like this. However, for some of you, you may still be facing some difficulties, so I'm going to share a little bit of a trick with you. And what is my trick? Okay, my trick is I always tell my students, look inside the brackets and ask yourself how many terms are there. So if you know what terms are, you should be able to tell me that there are 2 terms. And what are they? They are actually negative 4x and plus 3. So how do I help myself to visualize these terms? I always tell my students, use a pencil and draw a line. Okay, this is to help you to differentiate between the 2 terms. Now, how does this make our job easier when we want to expand? Because now you know that there's negative 4x and a plus 3, all you need to do is put an equal sign and start multiplying. So whenever your teacher in school actually draws an arrow, the arrow signifies multiplication. So what is being multiplied? You're actually multiplying 2 to the negative 4x. And what do you get? You get negative 8x. What about the other term over here? Plus 3. The same idea. You're going to take 2, which is the number outside, multiplied to 3. And you're going to get plus 6. So your final answer, boys and girls, is negative 8x plus 6. Okay, let's repeat this again for part B. So again, I'm just going to draw a line here. It's a good habit to make everything neat and nice. So copy down the question again. I have 3x times 2x plus 5. Again, the brackets here means I need to multiply. Again, the first question you should ask yourself is how many terms are there inside the brackets? You see an x and a plus 5. You can draw a line just to separate the 2 terms like this. After that, draw your arrows and multiply. So you have 3x multiplied to x, and what do you get? You have 3x squared. Remember, when you're multiplying x to x, you're going to get x squared. Okay, if it doesn't make sense to you, recall your very first chapter. Remember the one on prime numbers? If your teacher asks you what is 11 times 11 in index notation, what would you say? You would say that it is 11 squared, right? So replace the 11 with an x. And what do you get when you multiply x times x? You should get x squared. It is the very same thing. So after this, ask yourself again, what happens when I take 3x multiplied to plus 5? What should you get? You should get 15x. And that is the final answer. Let's move on to part C. In part C, we have negative 7 times 2x minus 5. So it's the same idea. Don't be afraid of the negative 7. Again, ask yourself, how many terms are there inside the bracket? There are 2 terms. And what are they? They are 2x and negative 5. Okay, go ahead and multiply. Negative 7 times 2x, what do you get? Get negative 14x. And negative 7 times the second term, which is negative 5. Negative and negative make a positive, right? So negative 7 times negative 5 should give you positive 35. And that will be your final answer for part C. For some of you, part D may look a little bit strange because some of you might tell me, but teacher, got no number. I agree, there's no number. There's only a minus sign. But actually, the minus sign here represents negative 1. Okay, there's a hidden 1 there that we usually do not write. So that is the actual meaning of the minus sign. So whenever you have cases like this where there's just a minus outside, you can help yourself and write down 1 just beside the minus sign. And again, the same idea. Whatever is inside the bracket, 7x and negative 1, we're going to multiply. So negative 1 times 7x is negative 7x. Negative 1 times negative 1 should give me plus 1. But I always tell my students, there's always a shortcut to remember. Every time you have a negative sign outside, what do? The fastest way to do it would be to ask yourself, okay, in my brackets, what are the signs of the terms? I have a plus 7x minus 1. So when the brackets go away, what is this minus sign going to do to every single term in the bracket? It's going to flip the signs. So instead of 7x, I'm going to end up with negative 7x. Instead of negative 1, I'm going to end up with plus 1. So that's it for this question. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you found this video useful, give us a thumbs up. If you would like to check out more videos by us, please click on the links on the right hand side. Last but not least, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos. Thank you, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye!